Hey! You're not as fun as Cinnamon. You don't jump as high. Hey! Are we on?
You can't scare me. I don't know. Are we on? Are we on? Hello? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Hang on. There's Instagram. Hey, Instagram.
Yay.
Hey.
That I gave you.
This is
Oh,
like,
look,
yeah, there we go.
Yay, green.
You're not on Facebook.
We're not? Hey, Instagram. It's DC, host of Barside Jive Live, and we're standing by for Facebook.
Hope it's up now.
I'll tell you what comes up.
Tariq. Kimberly.
What's up?
Hector. What's going on, Hector? Hey guys, it's DC and you are watching Barside Jive Live. And today I'm at the host with the most, Mother Truckers Dallas. Yeah, 2110 West, Northwest Highway, Suite A.
Sweet A.
In Dallas, Texas. It's just like not quite halfway between 114 and 35E, if you know where that's at. So Mother Truckers is like the coolest, iconic dive bar in Texas, maybe even in the U.S. Right?
Definitely the U.S.
Okay, and here they have a lot of cool stuff. I mean, they've got this big ass bar. They've got badass patios, like
Big
two of them.
patios.
Pool tables,
Yes, 2 pool tables.
billiard tables.
Billiards.
In fact, the billiard dudes just left. You had like 4 of them playing when I walked in. Jukebox.
Liquid lunch.
Absolutely. And fixing to have like real food.
Real food with a real kitchen.
Soon.
It's coming soon. It is.
Coming soon. I mean, they're working. The dudes are in there working on it as we speak.
Yes. Thank you, City of Dallas, for getting here on time for your inspections. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for approval. Thank you for your
Yes.
approval. Hey, cheers to the City of Dallas code. It's not code enforcement, building inspections or whatever. They've got a brand new stage
Salute.
at that end of the place, and there's plenty of room like to rock out. So, one of the coolest things I've got here. Hang on, I'll show you.
Don't break it. Cinnamon, I didn't do it. He did it.
They got the leg lamp. Seriously, this is the true
She needs a
leg
shave.
lamp. Needs a shave. Look at that. Isn't that's badass? Now, where else do you get a freaking place with a freaking real live leg amp?
Mother Truckers.
Lamp. So it's cool.
I feel like Miss America with the...
You do. You look like Miss America. You look.
So am I taking this back or are you taking it?
I don't know. I thought we'd just hold it like during the whole
Just hold
show.
it.
We'll just have Bob wants
Like the
it.
Statue
We'll just
of
hold it
Liberty.
here between us. We'll do the show like this. Hey, it's our show. We can do what we want to, right? It's kind
Kinda
of
warm.
cool. Hey, Cinnamon, how's this look? We got the little. It's pretty cool. So first and foremost, I want to thank you guys for like showing up today on Instagram and on Facebook Live. We really appreciate you guys' support and your likes, loves, and shares. Means a lot to us. We love you back. And it's Friday, y'all. It's freaking Friday. So it's like you've already had your lunch, right? You're probably headed back to work or you're like at work and you're probably like half asleep because you've only got like an hour or two before time to go home.
Yeah,
Get in the traffic, mix it up, the traffic. And
Who's on here?
so what else to do but just like watch our show first? In fact, you can watch it in your car from your phone. You can watch it at work. On
your bed?
From your bed, on your laptop, your mobile device. So just, watch it. And while you're watching, just share it. Share it with your friends.
Little buttons, share.
Yeah, S-H-A-R-E.
Yay!
Share it. Yeah.
Friday is spelling test day normally.
It is.
too.
Did I pass?
You did.
Okay. I passed
DC got a 100.
I passed the test. Just don't give me any hard words. So tap your coworker on the shoulder and say, "Hey, I'm watching this badass show. Yeah, this badass show called Barside Jive Live, and they got cool shit, and you need to watch it with me. And that way you partner share.
Partner share. Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring. That's what we do here at Mother Truckers. And if you or your company would like to be featured on this show, I mean, if you want to host a show, sponsor, advertise, it's dc@barsidejive.com.
You can come hold the leg lamp.
Absolutely. You can hold it too. And show specials. If you come during this show, you get $2 Bud Light drafts and $2 pickle shots. That's right. And you haven't had a pickle shot till you had one of Mother Truckers' pickle shots.
They're pretty good.
So they are really good.
Just had one.
So did you, Bob?
Woo,
Bob,
he did.
Bob just had a pickle shot. So let's talk a little bit more in the few minutes we have about Mother Truckers Dallas.
Oh, is that beer break?
It is.
That was beer break?
It
You didn't
is.
tell me that was beer
Oh,
break.
okay, beer break. So here to help me with that is Kimberly K. Berry Bar Mother of Mother Truckers.
Berry Bar Mother.
Berry, and that's what I said. Berry.
No, you said berry.
Berry Bar Mother.
I don't know,
at
under this
Mother
orange light, I might look like a berry.
at Mother Truckers Dallas. So let's talk about what's going on here. We got some cool stuff coming up this weekend, y'all.
We do. So Saturday night, tomorrow night, the 8th, we have not only UFC, so we've got Woodley versus Till. No cover
Ooh-wee.
charge.
UFC.
Come up. But we also have Lance Lopez here as our musical entertainment, and there's no cover charge. So I definitely would recommend getting on down here to take advantage of getting to see him at Mother Truckers. This is a nice special treat. You're making faces.
Hey
Are you
Terry,
trying to
hey
read?
Brad. I'm just saying hi to my bros.
See, I can see today.
Hey,
I wore my
Kelly.
glasses. Hey, guys.
Hey, bring them in on camera. Oh, hey, did you hear what she said though? She said Lance freaking Lopez.
Yes.
I know some of you guys may not know, but a lot of you do know. Here at Mother Truckers on
Tomorrow night.
Friday,
that. You weren't
Saturday night. Try to listen while you're holding this leg. Saturday night, right here at Mother Truckers, Lance freaking Lopez. You know, he has toured with like the blues great Lucky Peterson throughout North America and in Europe for like 3 years. And in 1998, after forming a short-lived trio with the legendary Hendrix and Santana drummer Buddy Miles and the former Steely Dan and session bassist Chuck Rainey, who I just met at the North Texas Blues Challenge not long ago.
That looked like fun.
It was fun. Lance wrote and released his debut CD, First Things First, on his own label. And in August of '99, Lance entered and won the Southeast Regional Jimi Hendrix Electric Guitar Competition at Tipitina's in New Orleans, and I have been there. And in 2001, Lance won the Blues Band of the Year award presented by the DallasMusic.com.
Very nice.
Lance is open for show legends like B.B. King, Jeff Beck, and Steve Vai. In '05, Lance reunited with Buddy Miles. They formed a side project they unofficially titled Band of Trouble with ex-Johnny Winter, Stevie Ray Vaughan, and Archangel bassist Tommy Shannon. And they shared the stage during concerts with notables such as Rick Derringer, Joe Bonamassa, and Chris Duarte, as well as Kenny Wayne Shepherd. And he was also the opening act for ZZ Top during ZZ's 2008 European tour. So Lance Lopez is very accomplished. The dude's been around a while. He's played with some great people on stage. He's a great person himself. He will be here at Mother Truckers tomorrow night. So if you miss this opportunity, you're really going to miss out. So I would encourage you to be here.
I'll be here too.
Kimberly K.
We'll be here.
You've toured with some greats.
I have.
You have.
There is a list.
There is. It's a long list. Okay.
We're not supposed to talk about that.
Okay.
Not on live.
What happened to the leg lamp?
It's over here.
Oh.
It was giving us an orange glow.
Oh, you didn't like that?
It's heavy.
I've got an orange glow anyway. I still got
Rosy
it.
ball of sunshine.
You know, what's cool is like Kimberly really dressed up today for the
did.
show.
Can you see me? I'm in camo.
She's got her camo going, and yeah, we dig it.
You've got on your Daisy Dukes.
Oh my gosh, she told on me. God, I can't get away with nothing here, man.
We might need to stand up and see whose shorts are shorter.
We will. We'll have a contest in a minute. I bet yours are.
Cinnamon said we needed to have a contest.
Okay, that's true, but we can't win because
No.
we're like
We're already winners.
We're corrupted. We're part of the.
We're corrupted.
We're part of the. Okay, what about bike night?
Bike night.
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
It's the first freaking one of the year, or of the
Season.
So bike night Tuesday night.
Yes.
So you guys come down on your Harleys, and do they let anything else on the parking lot besides the Harley?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
we're friendly and open
Are we?
to all
We
motorcycles.
are we?
Yes.
Okay, guys.
But big bikini bike wash girls.
Bring those Hondas.
Live music with the great Jeff Hobson and Jason Horn. They'll be playing on Tuesday nights. So raffle items from local vendors and sponsors. So we've got some great sponsors lined up. Thank you,
Instagram.
Cowboy Cycle.
Hey, Instagram.
Are we
What?
saying hi to Instagram?
I was.
Okay.
Hey, Brad Gandy. I'm sorry, Kim.
That's okay.
You keep talking.
I'll keep talking. Ignore him.
I'll keep talking to people.
So
Okay.
live music, bikini bike wash models, cold beer, raffles. It'll be fun. Moto Liberty Dallas will be here on Tuesday, as well as Cowboy Cycles. So it'll be a good time. Come out, roll out. Even if you don't have a
Absolutely.
bike, come out. It'll be fun. Always good people watching here at Mother Truckers,
Yeah, absolutely.
especially with this clown around.
It'll be. I know.
7 o'clock.
7 p.m.
7 p.m.
7 p.m.
7 p.m. to 10 p.m.
It'll be a fun time.
You should be here.
Okay.
That's before your bedtime.
I could actually ride my Harley.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. Pinup contest. Last
September
one.
22nd.
Don't forget, ladies.
$500 cash prize.
500.
Yes, to the Miss Mother Truckers.
Wow.
We've still got room for a couple more lovely ladies, so please hit us up on Facebook through a private message. We'll get you set up. Good time. We've also got live music that night with Hellbilly Homicide.
Hillbilly Homicide.
Woo! And one of my personal favorites, the Drop Top Rockets. So
Oh,
definitely fill that
Drop Top.
rockabilly cup for you.
Man, that sounds like a good time. So you guys, we got tons of stuff going on here at Mother Truckers. So it would be a shame if you miss any of it. So just get your ass down here and participate in the activity.
Participation is key.
And I can attest that the beer is cold.
It is. Look, Jesus says so.
I don't have a cool koozie though.
No,
but-
because you didn't go to the Invasion Car Show last
No,
Saturday.
no, I didn't.
No.
I missed it. I was at the Bedford Blues Fest.
Oh, that's right. That,
Yeah.
again, looked fun.
Yeah, it was a
Had a
good
good
time. Oh, it was a great time. Got to hang out and meet some really cool people. Just like the cool guy I'm fixing to introduce.
Ooh, here, I'll hop on up.
Because we have got Christopher Holt
Da-da-da-da-da.
in the bar.
Drum roll, please.
Chris is a jack of all freaking trades. And if you ask him, he'll say he's a master of none. But that's not true because I know the guy and I know what he can do. You know, he does. The guy just masters everything he attempts to do. And, you know, when he's not busy touring the world as a guitarist for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame legend, Don Henley. That's right. The Eagles' Don Henley. The 5-time Dallas Observer Music Award winner. 3 of them for Musician of the Year, juggles his time between being an in-demand multi-instrumentalist and a songwriter, fronting his own bands while releasing solo albums in between. I mean, Chris has played with dozens, mind you, of acclaimed artists from the DFW area over the past 20 years. I mean, probably 50 or so bands this dude has played in. We'll just name a few. Sorta, The Slack, Olospo, Salim Nirala, Johnny Lloyd Rollins, Big Mike Richardson, one of my favorite. Actually, Big Mike is the reason I ever met Chris in the first place, is because of my buddy Big Mike. So Chris I know has played in his box. Actually, Chris has played. Mike Richardson puts together these amazing projects, and I think Chris has played in most of them. From Led Zeppelin to the Stones to the Doors to you name it, and Chris and Mike have pulled it off, and it's just amazing stuff these guys do. So I love them both. Chris is here, Mike is not, but we'll go on with Chris since Chris is here. So Chris has been a long-time member of the Spot On cover acts, such as Hard Night's Day, and I know none of you have heard of them. Band on the Run and Holt and Stockslager. Additionally, he's a dedicated teacher and mentor to budding musicians across the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, while being a husband and a father of 3, which all of you know, or most of you know, that in itself is like 3 or 4 full-time jobs, just being a husband and having 3 children. So Chris is like a busy guy. That's why he doesn't always return my texts right away. But Chris plays a wide variety of instruments. He's over here laughing because he knows he ignores my texts. And don't ever ask him to call you back, because that freak is never going to happen. Now, if you mention that you might want to hang out and have some food that you're buying, maybe that'll entice him a little bit. But other than that, you can forget it. He ain't answering. So, but Chris plays a wide variety of instruments, including the guitar, piano, bass, drums, pedal steel, lap steel, banjo, mandolin, ukulele, and a harmonica. And maybe this video will get me in that ukulele group page, because Chris does play ukulele, even though he's not going to play ukulele today. He loves movies and roller coasters and dogs and Tex-Mex and the Beatles and a lot of my favorite things. And he despises brown paper bags and straws. Oh, and pencils, they're the worst. He does not like pencils at all. So no pencils for Chris today. We'll be taking no written exams with a pencil. So I would like to welcome Chris Holt. Come on, Chris. Play him something.
It's a great introduction.
I really tried because it was you. Usually I don't try that hard.
That's all right. I don't try that hard either. This is a song off my last solo record that I've never played live. It's going to go really well.
You're going to nail it, brother. Man, that was awesome.
Hey, got through it.
Yeah, everything you do is awesome.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, man.
That song sounds a lot different on record.
So how's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
I'm good, bro.
Been a while. I'm sorry
Yeah.
I don't return your texts quickly enough.
I just screwing with you, man. I had to screw with you a little bit. No, you do good, man. You do return them.
I do. I was gonna say I don't think I just ghost you. They just
No,
I'm
you
always
do.
on a bit of a delay.
No, we're all we have to do it, and we have to return that stuff when we can because we're all busy. So I get it. And no, I was just messing with you. You know, when you have a show like this, you got to mess with people a little bit. So
That's good. I'm
So.
eager to do that too. So.
kind of breaks the ice too. Oh, you're gonna mess with me now?
Nah, never.
So, I understand that practicing and like mastering your skills is critical. But sometimes just being in the right place and the right time
Oh, yeah.
is like huge.
That's
Huge
everything.
to moving you forward.
Yeah.
So, and I know we've talked about this in
I
the
think
past.
sometimes the timing is more important than the skill.
Yeah, I mean you've got to have the skill.
You
but
got to
then the
have
ti-
enough skill to get your foot in the door places, I suppose.
Right.
But a lot of it's all timing, and it's all
Yeah.
it's all the way lines cross.
Right. So you were like singing, songwriting, doing your local, doing a lot of tribute stuff, playing all over, and then one day, boom, something happened, and it moved you from that level to playing alongside Don Henley. And I know people are really interested how that transition took place.
Yeah, it was just kind of accident, really. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I'd say maybe not accident, but I'd been playing for a long time, and I had a good run touring and playing in the. I played with some bands that did a lot of touring for a while, 10, 15 years ago, and then as I got a little older, I started, focusing more on staying home, being with family, and I was teaching a lot. And it was during that time, after I'd kind of cooled down a little bit, that I got a call from a producer friend of mine who said he knew Don, and Don was looking for a guitar teacher. And so I went over there, and I basically gave him Don my number, and then Don called me and asked me to come over to his place. And then next thing I knew, we were working on his record, and I was playing in the studio with him.
Wow.
But it didn't just happen immediately. It was something that happened over the course of a couple years. He would call and ask me to do stuff, and then eventually he called and said, "Hey, I need to do a gig with my band in Vegas, and do you want to do that?" And then next thing I knew, I was touring with him full time.
Wow.
So, I mean, it was just a gradual buildup. But yeah, it
Right.
was just all good timing.
Right.
I mean, I like to say that it was like there was probably a certain amount of skill I had to have to get
Oh, yeah.
in the room, but
Yeah.
the ball came across the plate and I just swung. Got lucky.
So do you think Don had, when you were giving his son guitar lessons, do you think Don, heard your instruction, or how do you think he, decided that, okay, I need to talk to this guy about it?
I think it was just a matter of, I think our personalities meshed because I'm pretty laid back and I think he likes that.
Yeah.
And he heard me play, and then he just asked if I wanted to try out a track on his record, which was the record he was making at the time was Cass County. And I just I sat down and played a guitar solo and did some guitar tracks for that song, and I think he thought that was good, and then it wound up making the record, and it was on their album, so he just kept calling.
Wow.
And I think it was all just a vibe. I think he was looking for somebody at the same time that he met me, and then he thought, hey, maybe this guy could work out. And I know that he was looking for guys that were local because he's in Dallas. He lives in Dallas, and he was looking for Texas musicians. He brought Milo Deering into the band, which I don't know. You know Milo. Milo's a legend around here.
Right.
One of the great Texas musicians.
Right.
In history. So yeah, it was just I don't want to say it was all luck, but it was mostly luck.
Right. Right.
And so there are a million guitar players out here who could do what I do for Don, but I was the one who got the call.
Right. And that all. How did that make you feel when you got the call and you're like, can you say that again?
Yeah, it was
Don
it
who?
was, it was bit nerve-wracking at first because, you know, you haven't sweated until you've played the Hotel California solo in front of an arena audience.
Yeah.
But after getting through the first couple shows, it started to feel really good. And
Yeah.
it's been a great run. It's been really fun.
Right. So how long have you been playing with him?
The sessions for that album were about 5 years ago, 5.5 years ago, something like that. So it's been about 5 years that I've been doing the thing with Don, and it's just been gigging and touring. We did a lot of heavy touring for, I don't know, about 3 years there in the middle. This year has been slower because he's been out with the Eagles, and
Right.
the Eagles have been going all over. So
Right.
we've done a few shows, and then we've got some shows with Don coming up in November. We're doing a run of shows then.
Oh, cool.
Which is actually going to be really cool.
Yeah.
We're doing a show where we're getting to play with James Taylor and Joe Walsh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing.
Where's that going to be?
It's up in Washington. It's going to be Seattle.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And that's in November. But so it's been a little slower
Yeah.
this year, but when the Eagles are in the room, you step back.
Yeah. Right. Right. I guess so. Yeah. Well,
And they've already got 6 other guitar players, so
Yeah. Right. Right. How many guitars are you using in that gig?
And I have a vault that I take with 10 electrics, and then I take a couple of acoustics. So yeah, I mean, I at least a dozen guitars. But it's out of necessity because
Right.
a lot of songs have to be in different tunings, and then I have
Right.
to have backups for those guitars.
Sure.
And some songs it needs to sound like a Strat, and some songs it needs to sound like a Les Paul.
Right.
So there's a reason to have so many guitars. I promise.
What's the coolest thing about playing in that band?
The songs, man.
Yeah.
It's not just the songs, but it's the way people react to the songs. Because these are songs. I mean, this is what I grew up with. I mean,
Right.
part of what made it so easy for me to fit into the band was because I already knew all those songs. I grew up with all of the songs from Don's solo career, but also the ones that he wrote and sang in the Eagles.
Right.
So when you see the way people react to that, the minute you hit the opening lick of Life in the Fast Lane or Dirty Laundry or any of those things, or Boys of Summer, people freak out. They freak
Yeah.
out all over the world.
Oh, yeah.
All over the world, they know him. So it's a pretty cool thing to be part of.
And I guess a lot of those songs or a lot of those shows, you see a real diverse crowd, probably young to old,
Oh, yeah.
right? Because
Yeah.
it just crossed so many generations.
Yeah, and it's surprising how many young people we see out there because we do see, a surprising number of younger people in the audience.
Right.
But a lot of old people too. So
Right.
these are people who grew up and lived their lives to this soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
So it's pretty amazing when you think about the catalog that they created and built and how it's affected the entire planet. You go down to New Zealand and you play these shows and everybody knows every word of it. And you just
Oh yeah.
that's kind
Right.
of
It's crazy.
freaky.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. But yeah. They're everybody.
And I'm sure the guy Don and the Eagle guys are somewhat desensitized to that, having done it for so long. But
Yeah.
but when you put somebody like me into it, who I've played some big shows before, but when you play really, really big shows, I mean, we did Hyde Park in London for 70,000 people.
Wow.
You know,
Wow.
So when you get
Hyde
faced
Park,
with that,
what a
it's,
place.
Yeah.
God.
It's
Yeah.
pretty
Humbling.
humbling and earth-shattering at the same time. So I've been
Yeah.
really, really lucky, and I'm very grateful to be a part of it.
Well, you're a good dude, and good things happen to good dudes. So tell us about. We know you've got original stuff, so tell us a little bit about it.
I've been doing bands and fronting bands and writing songs for 20 some odd years, and I've done a bunch of solo albums. The most recent one I did is called Stargazer, which is a double album.
Great album.
I finally got around to putting out a double album a couple of years ago. And I'm making, we just bought a new house a couple of years ago, and I've got a little home studio now there that I'm making a new solo record, but I'm moving slowly. I had like 25 songs recorded, and I accidentally erased them all. So that happens. When you don't back up when
Your
you
hard
don't,
drive?
Yeah, when you don't back up your
Oh,
hard drive,
crap.
things get erased.
Oh, man,
but that's fine. They're all up here still, so I'm in the
Wow.
process of piecing it all back together, and I don't know, probably next year I'll probably have another solo record out. I've been doing that for years though. Just I don't ever expect that anything's going to happen with it. I don't really write hits, but I love making original music. It's therapeutic and it's fun to do the work. But then, go out and play in other bands where you get to play music that you grew up with, like what me and Big Mike do.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. If you guys have never heard Chris and Mike Richardson they do a Zeppelin. They pull all these guys together. All these guys are great musicians. And he pulls them together just for this Zeppelin show. And they only do it a few times a year, if even that.
Like once every 2 years or something.
Yeah, that's what it is now.
Yeah.
Sucks.
It's
Used to it was more often, but now it's like freaking
I just
never.
whenever Mike calls and says he wants to do something, that's what
Yeah,
I go, okay.
yeah. So, but you got to hear it because these guys really, they're amazing. Is all I can tell you. I know you play. God, you play. I know you play keyboards in that
I always just
show.
kind of cover whatever's missing.
Yeah, you guitar.
Yeah,
you do.
primarily guitar, but like we're doing that Pink Floyd thing tonight, and I'm playing lap steel, and I'm playing keyboards, and I'm playing second guitar alongside Mike, and then I'm singing parts, and I'm singing lead on some songs. So I just kind of he puts it together, and then he tells me what to do. And it's
Right.
great.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun when I don't have to be in charge.
Right. Well, you guys are so good together, and that Zeppelin gig is just
Thank you.
freaking amazing.
That was great fun.
So you got to promise me now when you get your other album out, when you got it all recorded and you're ready to release it, you got to come back
Oh yeah,
and let us help you promote it.
absolutely.
We want to do that.
Appreciate you having me on.
Oh, absolutely. So tell me real quick that I know you're a huge Beatles fan,
Oh yeah.
but what was it about the Beatles that actually inspired you the most?
I discovered them a little later. I know a lot of people that knew about them ever since they were really little kids, and I didn't. I was already a musician. I was already playing in bands when I finally got the Beatles, and that was maybe when I was like 16 or 17.
Yeah.
And it was just the consistency of quality in the songwriting, and how the recordings surprise you always. There's so many little things. Like you think you know how to play a Beatles song, and then you can just keep discovering that you're wrong. People have this this misunderstanding or a misconception that the Beatles weren't good players, but that's so wrong because they were really exceptionally good players and writers and arrangers and singers, and the songs just always have a ton of surprises. I find,
Yeah.
the recordings don't really ever get old. I don't listen to them every day anymore, but then when I go back and revisit them, I'm always really pleasantly surprised by how they hold up.
Right.
It's timeless, just-
Right.
And they were doing it back during a time when you had to be talented. You couldn't auto-tune.
Oh, yeah.
So it's humbling how good the music was back then. But
Right.
They were the forefront. They were the ones leading the way, and I still believe that they wrote the best songs.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Chris, you've got a great support group at home, and you've got a lot of good things going on. You got great bandmates, and
You have great bandmates.
I just expect to see some great things from you in the future, and I enjoy watching you and seeing the things that you're involved in, the things that you do. I've got a real important question. Do you eat kale?
Yeah, I
Do
do.
you?
Yeah.
You know what it is? You know what kale is?
I mean, you want me to define kale?
No, do you know?
No.
You really do know? You're full.
No.
You're jacking with me.
I'm waiting for you.
You know what kale is?
I'm
No,
waiting for the punchline.
It's like the lettuce
yeah,
stuff. You know.
No, absolutely. Yeah.
We got a winner.
What? Nobody
You
likes
actually
it?
know what kale? No,
Yeah.
everybody hates it.
Are you serious?
You really
Oh, no,
like
yeah,
it?
Yeah, I mean, I go places and get a kale Caesar sometimes.
Do you really?
Yeah. Yeah.
You like the taste of it?
No. But I mean, it's good for you.
Does your wife make you eat it?
No, but she appreciates it when I do.
Wait a minute. You make your kids eat it?
No, my kids wouldn't eat it. No chance. But I do.
it
I
sucks.
try to eat. I basically ate junk food my entire life, and I just have in recent years started trying
Getting
to eat a lot healthier. And yeah, kale, it's good for you. That's what they tell me.
It is good for you.
So,
You know,
slather a bunch of Caesar dressing on it.
yeah,
It's great.
exactly. I use a lot of ranch. What was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. I lost my train of thought completely. We'll get off the kale. It's a worthless topic, but I had to throw it out there. So anything? Okay, so you've got this recording. You got the new album coming out. Any other projects you guys are working on? Are you involved in that? Who's best?
No,
Okay.
It's a thorn in my side. No, I'm kidding. No, it's a bunch of friends of mine. But the guy who is the main guitar player in the band is one of my bandmates who was in the Slack with me. He was like my musical soulmate for many years. Eric Neal.
Yeah.
Great guitar player.
Yeah.
And he has wanted to do this Who project for as long as I can remember. And Paul Averett is the guy doing the Daltrey vocals.
Right.
Big Mike is in it.
Right.
And he's playing secondary guitar.
Right.
And maybe some other instruments. But it's really Eric Neal's guitar project, and so I totally understand why I'm not in it. And the bummer is that both times that they've played recently, I've had to miss the shows because I've had other gigs.
Yeah, I know. Hey,
So,
I'm the same way.
I'm hoping that they will do a third show soon, and I'll
I
get
think
to
so.
go see it. And of course, I would love to be a part of it, but they've got a really great band, and they don't need me. So,
Yeah. Well.
But I've got a bunch of stuff coming up. I'm doing this Doors thing with Big Mike tomorrow night, and we're doing a Pink Floyd thing tonight.
Wait a minute. The Odors?
Yeah, the Odors.
Where's that at?
It's in Fort Worth. It's at the Keys Lounge tomorrow night in Fort Worth.
Oh, okay, cool.
But then tonight we're doing the Pink Floyd thing called Puce Floyd,
Right.
which is all pre-Dark Side of the Moon,
Right.
early Floyd, which
Right.
is really cool if you're
Right.
if you're really into the Floyd. A lot of really cool stuff.
Where's that at?
That's at Lola's. So,
Okay, so Lola's tonight.
Yeah.
And then
Mike's stomping grounds, the
Right,
the
Fort Worth.
crowds.
Yeah,
You should roll your eyes. He rolled his eyes at Fort Worth.
Well, every once in a while you see him over in Deep Ellum, but it's rare.
You know what? I actually have a show coming up, a solo show where I'm going to play my own songs next weekend at the All Good Cafe on the 14th. Yeah.
I'll have to go.
I don't ever play solo shows in Dallas anymore because nobody comes. I mean, what's the?
I'll have to go.
Yeah.
I'll have to
anyway,
go.
I'm guilt tripping the entire internet now.
There you go. We'll have to get some people out there. We'll have to remind them that's coming up.
Yeah.
We'll put a post on my feed there.
But yeah, there's always a million projects.
Right.
I play in tons of bands, and then we've got another Dawn tour coming up in November, so I'm excited about that.
Oh yeah, that's quick. That's coming up quick.
Yeah.
I mean, we're in September now.
Just keep your eyes open. I'm
Hey,
out there.
how do people? What's the best way for people to find out what you got coming up? Do you have a schedule somewhere?
No, I have a blog, and I did have a website at one point, but I kind of stopped messing with it because I'm really bad at promoting myself. But if you go to my Facebook page, Christopher Holt is my artist page. Usually I will update all that stuff, and people tag me in things all the time. So
Okay, cool.
So anytime I'm playing a show, people will tag me even if I'm not hyping it myself.
Okay, cool.
But yes, if you look me up on Facebook, you can find out where I'm playing.
Okay, cool. And what if a band wants to? What if a venue wants to hire you guys or hire you for a gig? How would they reach you?
Same way.
Okay,
That's
through your Facebook.
People tend to do it social media these days.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Reach out to me on social media. Maybe I'll respond.
Yeah, you never know. Okay, hey, would you mind playing another song for us?
Sure, it'll be fine.
You mind? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Let's do it.
I need to retune the guitar back.
Okay.
Because
Chris-
it's in a weird tuning for that
Okay,
last song.
so Chris is going to retune, and I'm going to wrap the show. So, Kimberly. So don't forget, this weekend you got UFC and Lance Lopez here at Mother Truckers. Next Tuesday,
Bike night,
begins, and then you've got the pinup contest on.
September 22nd.
Awesome. And don't forget, BarsideJive.com is the window to everything Barside Jive, including YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever there is out there. And Mother Truckers is Mother Truckers.
Mother Truckers on Instagram is mother_truckers_Dallas.
Right.
And on Facebook, Mother Truckers Dallas.
And the website is?
Mothertruckers.com. Mothertruckersdallas.com. Check us out.
Okay, cool. So that's how you reach us. I'm DC at BarsideJive.com if you need to reach me for any reason. Hey, I want to thank Jim Shannon today for doing the photography. Jim is a great photographer, so if you need a great photographer, Jim Shannon. And if you want to, I've said this before, I'm going to say it one more time, just one more time. This is the spot right now that we would be like bragging about your business if you were like a sponsor or bought an ad.
You could be right here.
That's right. You could be right
right
here,
here.
and we'd be talking about you. So for details on how you can do that, DC at BarsideJive.com. That's the place. Chris, we close?
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
Chris is ready. So here's another song from Chris Holt.
Thank you.
Well, guys, it's time to go. I know you're upset. The crying may commence. And we will see you guys next Friday at 1 p.m. here at Mother Truckers in Dallas, Texas. Actually, we'll see you Thursday at 1 at Strokers, and then back here on Friday, Mother Truckers. So thanks for watching. Have a blessed and safe weekend, and be kind to one another. All right, keep on rocking.